for the questions to the speaker. And also, let me remind you kindly that we will have more time for interactive and networking events. So please pay attention to the agenda which you received at the registration desk. So now, checking our clocks right, I'm sure that by lunchtime we shall get our timing right. At least we'll do as much as possible to catch up on time. And with that, I have the pleasure of inviting to the station and also to hand over the lion's share of moderating responsibilities to the representatives of our panel number one, dedicated to combat medicine. So please welcome Professor Dr. Medical Sciences Mykhailo Badiuk. Please welcome. Will be moderating the panel number one. So please get ready with your questions. And now over to you, dear sir.
Dear friends, first of all, I would like to say thank you for your being here on the International Summit on Healthcare in Ukraine. And as a matter of fact, all of you know that we have a war in Ukraine. As you probably know, the statement from the Otto Bismarck that there is not a general who won the victory, but school teachers who did that. But one of the medical doctors, he changed the statement that severe war won not generals but wounded person, and exactly the wounded who have to be reinforced, and that is why it's so important for our wounded to restore their health. And it is really important to say that not only the medical of Ukraine participated in this, and all the progressive participants and all the doctors from all the world. And now we have Roxolana who is a surgeon, emergency surgeon, who is head of NAEMT, and also the teacher в Міжнародної асоціації надання допомоги. І з цим проектом NAEMT пана Roxolana працює work from the 2016 till now, and due to her health, approximately many decades were opened up, and we learned a lot of instructors who provided their special education for our doctors and ATLS і здобнути кровотечу. І таким, please make you applause for our Roxolana Howbowyj, who represent here United States of America. Actually, he's supposed to provide your lecture using Zoom platform. We have to understand from our technician program how could we connect with our speaker. We completely hear you, and it's great, and we're absolutely sure that we will have an opportunity to see you as well. Great thanks to you. I want to have to change a little bit. You can provide your speech, we'll listen to you attentively, and you can speak we have to understand how could we adapt the sound according to your song, your speech. Pani Roxan, are you with us? Thank you. Yeah, I will provide my speech in Ukrainian. I can hear myself and I can hear the interpreter. I don't know how could we manage this problem and could we fix it. But I'm glad to be here and I'm glad to hear an interpreter now here. And let me provide our theme topic. This is a start and development of National Academy Emergency Medical Techniques in Ukraine. І що ми, які уроки ми, what lessons we have learned. And I really appreciate the invitation and to Professor Badiuk, especially for his support and in the relationship and with him, and a great experience to education for me. Yeah, I have to say that all of these thoughts and this speech are completely of mine, and I haven't any financial relationship. Even bear in mind there is a lot of people who are responsible for the help and support, and one of them you can see on this slide, and a lot of them you are heard about them, and you have to emphasize that interrelationship and to co-working with them and constant wish to be better. This is very important, and we know that in Ukraine this is very natural to accept the people, and that is why it's a great pleasure to work with all Ukrainian in your country. And I always said that I also that I was born in the United States. Let me give the opportunity to say a couple of words about this association. And this association, I'm head of that in the United States. And then I would like to provide about our knowledge about the origin and our development in order to provide the whole Ukraine system, to provide the standardized courses and high quality courses that were worked out by the National Association of Medical Health and Medical Academy of Surgeons, and also would provide how could we adapt with our courses during the pandemic in order to avoid a big pause in our courses. And what we did from the very beginning, and how could we start from the beginning of the Russian invasion. Таким чином, хочу підкреслити, що Всесвітня організація медичних товариств України, вона була започаткована в 2000 році, і вона є цілями є медична освіта, надання навчальних послуг та різноманітних наукових проєктів. Він є представником в різних странах країни. And well registered in the USA, and we different, and the main events that we provided. І ці організації існували в цей час. We provided a great network of the doctors in order to provide the help for development and communication the remote controls, and we have started that the place where really close to the Berezan, Ternopil city. This is when there was the meeting among the doctors, and this is actually the international event and with academic goals, and we tried to involve the remote city hospitals and scientific doctors from the beginning of the 2014 years that were devoted to the treatment of wounded people. And in such materials, we observed a great changes in the healthcare system in Ukraine, and we started this event and to target our education program and help to this system. And we provided humanitarian aid, and we keep providing it till this end. In 2014, what our target was to provide a very important and well-known course, Advanced Travel and Support in Ukraine. I'm a surgeon, general surgeon, and emergency surgery. So that is why this course, this is my life actually, and I would like to provide this course for Ukrainian people as well. And we were able from 2014 to invite 6 traumatologists from the different part of Ukraine. And one of my colleagues gave us the support to make possible to provide this course, and after that, American Academy of Surgeons to start the providing this course in Ukraine, and the first course was in February of 2014. But we know that December 2013 and with, a great event started, and unfortunately we haven't the opportunity to provide this, and it was delayed. But we still have hope to provide the courses, but unfortunately, you know all this history and what has happened on Donbass and spreading all over the Ukraine, and we had to change our way, our path, and in the March of the same year, 2014. We invited the professor, and he's actually the father of the ATLS, and 2 months after our meeting, we've got an opportunity to invite 12 surgeons from the different parts of Ukraine, including some people from Donetsk and from Chernihiv and from Lviv region and different cities of Ukraine on this course, pre-hospital care, who is the Professor Nixway provided and founded it, and to provide this course to our surgeons. And as well, we have to spread this course in Ukraine, and we get ready to this course from the October 2014, and we use the help of a professor, and you can see him. And we were invited to provide education of TCCC, so technical care, and we have started it in German. We have 4 doctors from Ukraine who were invited, and I was invited to this course as well. And you can see our doctors of our group. And after that, we've got the opportunity to start this course the same year. And we started this first year in Lviv, in the hospital of Lviv, in the military hospital. And we got an opportunity to start this course at the hospital and October of 2014 was well accepted. And it was decided by Ukrainian to provide these courses. And in October 2015, we provided first course to educate further teachers, and we have registered and certified these courses for the care of wounded warriors. And you can see how we work with our surgeons in Lviv, and we have some great events to provide for our doctors, and also we have an opportunity to provide special education for our teachers and supervisors for these courses. And we provide the awarding for these courses, and from for defense Ministry of Defense for this personnel. We've got some goals for this education program and for spreading of these courses in Ukraine, and to develop this program from 2014 to provide the high quality education for the American Surgical Academy. First of all, we would like to invite the combat surgeon and anesthesiologist to provide the high level of knowledge, and in order to they could provide this courses for the other students within Ukrainian language, because one of the main basement for spreading ETLS, what we have to do to stop bleeding, but we have the practice as well, but because we have to understand how could we do that, and we have to provide the skills in order, and we have to be adapted for our environment, for our cities, for our characteristic of environment as well. And so first of all, we would like to provide all the facilities that needed to these courses, and in order to our military doctors, I mean Ukrainian military hospitals, in order that they have the appropriate level of education, I mean the military surgeons, but anesthesiologists, in order to be an instructors. And that is why we invite to participate in this course different people, different, and the main idea that they have to have a wish to be instructors on this course, and so we try to provide our our attempt to understand what is the best appropriate, what is the best fit to for him, and to provide many different courses in order to solve this problem and to obtain the life support for wounded people, for wounded warriors. And that time we have only 2 levels, but last year we have 3 levels, and only for them, for paramedical personnel and for all the combatants. And the course that we provided, it was in a different study environment, and we also work out tactical course for wounded civilian, and it names a TECC. It's got easy to reach it.
Also, we had a separate course which was developed for law enforcement representatives. We have also implemented this course, and also we had a separate NAEMT instructor course which was implemented. Looking from the American College of Surgeon point of view, we did not have an opportunity to implement ATLS, but we still invited some of the representatives of healthcare professionals for them to get this course in Army in the other territories, but we have implemented other courses which are represented by the American College of Surgeons, and this is the course which is named Bleeding Control, which have started with NNT, but then right now it is managed by the American College of Surgeons. Previously it was the NAEMT course. Also the course Stop the Bleed, and we had an opportunity last year when there was a full-scale invasion of Russians, to have also the tactical usage of this course. So the course which we provide is actually used in tactical conditions as well. Also, there were 2 other courses which we have implemented, and we have evaluated whether there is a need to implement them, and we have implemented them. That was the 2 courses: the Rural Trauma Team Development course, RTTDC, that's a 1-day course, and also Trauma Evaluation and Management Team course, which was provided by the ACS. So we have worked in big cities and also the remote places, in hospitals and clinics, on the emergency ambulance stations as well, and we have worked in the colleges. We had an opportunity to work in the places which were located in some stationary manner, and also everything was available in those stationary places, equipment, rooms, but also we had an idea to have a mobile courses. When we were waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning in Lviv, we were using our transport vehicle and we were traveling in some remote places. And then we had a course in that remote places, and after that we were gathering and traveling back in the same day or in a couple of days and got back to the place where we were staying. I have already mentioned that we had courses for military and for citizens and for civilians. So they were involved in different activities. And we tried to prepare them and to provide the needed courses for them, in order also for us to understand whether there is an interest, whether there is a willing, and what are the needs. When COVID appeared, we had this unique opportunity to develop the courses remotely. We were using Zoom, as most of the world were using. So many people were using Zoom at that moment of time during the COVID-19. We also have started to use it. That was extremely interesting. And we still continue to conduct the quality courses. So there was, by the American College of Surgeons, a rather simple model which was developed. That was a course which was dedicated, which was used about the remote warning of how to stop the bleeding and hemorrhages, hemorrhage management. And we had those great opportunities to develop it even further and to implement these courses on hemorrhage control model. And also what we did, we have this extreme and great trainers, extraordinary trainers, and those trainers have the possibility to communicate in one-by-one manner to get through this course and to take a look into this precise manner, how to perform the needed skills and in different scenarios. And we use this kind of model, which is called Cat-Crokin model, in order to stop the bleeding and not just to tell, but also to show and also to see what is being done. And we have a huge and a great positive. Yeah, so we have some positive feedback regarding this course and positioning of our course, and it reinforces our capabilities and skills of our trainees. For those who are right now seeing this in this audience, in this summit, and who was participating in the previous courses, I would like to thank you for this, and I also would like to thank you for the participating further on in the courses. You know that there was a sudden situation which appeared, and we needed to act immediately, and that's how we started to act in 2022. So you may see the invasion which was happening. This is the map which you observe quite often. You know, it reminds me about a lot of people, about everybody who have shown it. It reminds about the huge challenge which appeared in Ukraine in 2022. And this is just a small fragment, a small piece. You may take a look over here. The whole part of Ukraine, the whole scale invasion, and you may see that red over here, and this red over here part on the map is bigger in its square meters than Italy, for example, or some other countries. And I think that this is extremely important for us to remember about it and more respect the armed forces of Ukraine for fighting in this situation in order to stop that invasion, and right now to stop it and to even push it outside of the territories of Ukraine. And without any doubt, I know with great confidence that armed forces of Ukraine are going to do it in a good and resilient manner. Let's take a look over here. Right now you may see this situation, how huge of a wound that was for the country. And we had different new traumas and different view of injuries which we're observing. Right now on the left you see, for example, the phosphorus bombs. You may see those huge shrapnels, also some huge fires which were happening, damages of the building which were disrupted, and some other sources of trauma which might be happening, because there are quite a lot of unauthorized or non-legal weapons which were used in this war setting and which were aimed towards our armed forces of Ukraine. So, from our point of view, what we tried to do, we tried to answer immediately. We tried to have a rapid response. So, the World Federation of Ukrainian Medical Associations, we have activated our network of the worldwide associations we had our trainees, we had representatives of NAEMT. We were constantly connected with the Ukrainian Medical Military Academy, Ukrainian Military Medical Academy, UAMMA, and also with the American College of Surgeons, with the American Burn Associations, and also the US Army Institute of Surgical Research, with USASR. And we have, after that, determined the main needs which were there and what were our capabilities. And in 4 days after the first day of full-scale invasion, we have started the online training on tactical combat casualty care for all service members. Dear Roxolana, and at that moment of time, we have started immediately. Dear Roxolana, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for interrupting you. Sorry, we are sticking to agenda and we have a time, and we kindly ask you to stop in a minute, and we are going to give you the applause and to say thanks, and we are going to communicate with you during the next International Healthcare Summit. Just a minute for you, and we are going to thank you so much, and we are going to move forward. So just a minute to finish your presentation. Yeah, thanks. Sorry for taking too much time. So on these slides, you may see 7,000 military and civilian attendees, which we were able to involve and engage into our courses. And after that, we had an opportunity to have those cycles of courses. And also we were communicating and partnering with the Ukrainian Military Medical Academy. And we have identified why casualties and mortality is happening, why there is a mortality rate. We know that Ukraine is connected to have support, and the biggest reason for death was in the front line. And we have performed this survey, and we have with this survey identified those 12 main issues. And that's what I wanted to deliver to you in context of the frontline mortality. And also, I will be able to tell you about each one of this issue quite a lot. And also to show some of the devices which were developed in order to address each one of those issues. Yes, sure, we are going to listen to all of that information. And we are going to ask those questions. And we are going to ask those questions in offline during the next International Healthcare Summit to you. So the questions, and Mykhailo tells me that we are going to have the questions during the next summit, and we are going to have around, just to give her a round of applause, she hears us, she is with us, and she has promised us that Roxolana is going to join us during the next International